everybody. This week we are diving into poem analysis. And by the time you get to this discussion, you will have already annotated a few poems and given it a try on your own. So I wanted to just say a few things about our module and poem analysis, and then give you a little bit of my take on what stood out to me in the garden, asking yourself as you read through your classmates' post are, what unique perspective did you bring to this writing? In other words, how was your post a bit different than the other posts? Like, what did you specifically pick up on that maybe some of your classmates didn't? Because everybody's reading of the poem will be unique and will focus in on the experiences that you've had. And so then you should be also asking yourself, what do you think the main message was in the readings for this week? So as you read through each of our poems, and then in future assignments, the other articles and books and things that we'll be reading, you should always keep in mind that you're looking for the main message. So we're trying to get a big picture. So in that message, you may find that there's a main message of the reading itself, and then sort of what spoke to you, what that main message was to you, even like more personally, and then what the reading was also trying to tell us about the world. Like, what is the universal theme in the reading? And there's often more than one universal theme. So what stood out to me in our Garden of Delight poem was the reference to earth, air, fire, and water. So this actually made me think about how these four elements are used in the pagan religion. Usually during the beginning of a ritual, if you're familiar at all with pagan rituals, we call in the four corners by honoring each element: earth, air, fire, and water. So this stood out to me in this poem because this was more of a poem of faith. So I thought it was kind of an interesting choice by the author, given that, normally think of the Garden of Eden in relation to the Christian faith. So that had me thinking, what are the similarities and differences between these two religions? Why would the author place these elements in there? And then the end of the poem made me ask myself, what lesson or test am I experiencing right now? And how am I doing with this test? Is there anything that I need to change in my life? So those are just a few of the thoughts that came up for me as I was examining the poem. And I look forward to seeing, how different your thoughts are and what